And they really have some potential, as I already pointed out. I expect them to win 2-1, though, because Space Soldiers are amazingly strong on Cobblestone, and Cobblestone is the second map. We have a ban, veto, ban, pick, ban. So that's why Cobblestone was let through. Twist is already going down to pass, and that's picked off Pronax. So the Swedes are definitely in the back, on the back foot right now. Pov and Lekro come in with the rotation from the CT spawn, supported by Schneider, but he will be ambushed by Despy. And as Lekro goes down, Pov is the only one to pick a frag on the CT side. Despy with a big double kill as well as pass. Both of them doing the work on the pistol side on Space Soldiers. The terrorists took their time. They let their first player wait on the top. They sent players through middle, through the underpass. And that's the easiest way to get control over middle in the pistol. Then they proceeded into the side with the smoke over here and the smoke over there. The CTs couldn't do anything about the plant. And from that on, it went downhill for GODSENT. But now it's Pronax with his EC-75 waiting on the B-bomb side. Lekro supports him stellarly with the Deagle, but XANTARES shows up with a terrific kill off the Galil. Twist is suddenly alone in a 1v2. The bomb is not taken yet, but the terrorists just planted it as I spoke. Engine is trying to retreat. They can't afford to peek. They know how dangerous Twist can be. And if they show their tiny little heads, he's the first guy to smile probably. There goes the Molotov. Twist is tagged down to 31. This should be easy pickings. XANTARES has a perfect crossfire with his teammate, and there he goes. Space Soldiers survive that scary situation with Pov and Pronax. No, Pronax and Lekro picked up the frags. That double kill from behind that pillar. The terrorists were not actually checking him. Somehow they were not focused on that position. So the CTs, of course, on the P250s for the players that got kills. The rest of the squad with P2000s. And the terrorists are just waiting off that first push. XANTARES already picked off Lekro. And a 4-man stack still on the A side by the CTs. Twist is actually risking his life, going for some information with his 18 HP. So he doesn't have anything to lose now. So he figures rather go for some info. Maybe find out where the terrorists are coming from or going to. And XANTARES is doing the same on the A side. He's got support with pass in apartments, and his teammates are coming in as well, so it's most likely gonna be a clash of titans. Or well, the titans will clash the tiny little lemmings that are the CTs hiding in their spots. Good Molotov will drag out Pronax from his position. Oh, he messes up, and oh, he just gets on the box in time. Then turns around to be shot down by XANTARES. Twist comes in, tries to get a frag, but he doesn't spot anyone in the smoke. Finally shows up on the screen of Tugux, and now it's Pov in the corner. Look at that. Cheeky little kill for him. At least one terrorist suffered. But XANTARES picks up another quad kill and is sitting at 8-0 in 3 rounds. That is the XANTARES that we are used to by now. And for all the people that said, well, XANTARES, he's an onliner and all that, he's not bad on LAN either. A rating of 1.33. An amazing talent to watch. The CTs with an amazing push, getting the initiative already. Trying to push the terrorists off balance at the start of the round. Maybe gives GODSENT a little more of an edge in here in this first rifle round. Since they don't have an AWP, they have to do it with the rifles. So they don't have that long range advantage. And Pov put himself in a great position. I would have expected 2 terrorists to come from that corner, but Paz was alone and the T's are slowly but surely running out of manpower. Engine checking window, looking for somebody, but there is nobody around. The CTs play it accordingly to their weaponry. They stay in the positions, and they actually have 2 players in the B-bomb side, and Schneider's just covering the back expecting a push from the window. Not gonna happen anytime soon. The terrorists are focused on the B side, and the CTs have the right read. With POV sitting in A main, they can read Spacer just like an open book. There goes the first one onto Lecro. Just being flashed, has to retreat, but Schneider's already there to support his teammate, and Pronox would have been there as well. Another one bites the dust on Mirage, and Despy is the only one standing with 20 seconds on the clock. Oh, he's gonna be flashed as well. The CTs know exactly where he is. They push him from the back. He needs to watch out. He's really cramped in the corner. Now they peek him, they drag out that shot, and he's gonna be backstabbed by POV. Good play by Ancient to not lose a single man in this rifle round and save the AWP on top of it. So the Swedes are getting back on track after losing the pistol round. XANTARES is the guy that everyone looks to if we get into those situations, but SpaceSoldiers don't have the money to buy up. And Schneider is kicking it off with his first AWP shot already. He has to watch out though. 5 Deagers in the hands of the terrorists could make this round very dangerous. There goes the first one. Finally, somebody proved me right. Oh, but Schneider is partially peeking through the corner. Knew exactly where to shoot to find Engine and make it a 4v3 again. SpaceSoldiers is pushing forward, picking up the bomb, and now they have to make up their minds. They have to find an angle. They have to find something to work with. And as you can see on your own map, the terrorists, of course, don't know that yet. The B-bomb site would have been the right thing to attack. But they go for A. POV and Schneider are there already. If POV hears or sees anything, Schneider will quickly turn around and help his teammate out. For now, he's covering connector. But all 3 terrorists are coming from A main. POV patiently waiting. Now he's getting impatient a little bit. He expects the terrorists to go for the move. 45 seconds on the clock. Not really a mystery that the CTs are going to be attacked sometime soon. Schneider received 99 damage. He's down to 1 HP. And the CTs will flash themselves in. POV goes to work on 2 terrorists. XANTARES is the only one to reply. But now he's been spotted and the time is about to run out. POV needs to watch out though. If XANTARES gets that frag, he might pick up a rifle. And if he gets his hands on an M4A1, he could be even more dangerous. But Twist is there to save the day, and Ancient win their second round. AKA GODSENT. I really need to start calling them GODSENT. I'm so used to calling them Ancient. Sometimes it's harder to read or harder to believe yourself. If you have Ancients in the top of the corner, you know, there, your brain always relies on that info at first. And of course your tongue is quicker than your brain. Schneider doesn't really need to be quick in this round. SpaceSoldiers take it very, very slowly. XANTARES was looking for the first frag in A main, but there was nobody around. The CTs are holding back for now. Pronox curious to see if there is any action in middle, and that's a Pronox we know from Fnatic. He's going for the info, he's going for the reads, and now he's sending his teammates out. Twist goes for a peek as well. He goes down to pass, and the terrorist advances are already on the A side. But they slow down again, and they have to watch out. If they slow down even more, Pronox will be there to pick them up. Oh, and POV is in the tiny corner already. The CTs with a full rotation. It's going to be a 5v4 retake or take, depending on which side you look at it. POV is there, still in their corner. Now finally gets found by XANTARES. Passes turning around to cover the back of the terrorist. Great play by the terrorist. Another one falls. And Engine is the hero to take down Lecro, who came in from CT spawn. Schneider is alone with the AWP. Oh, getting that tag onto Engine. Good job on that one. Gives himself a fighting chance. Peak to 50 to the head of pass. But it's not going to be enough for him. SpaceSoldiers are back on the track with a 4-2 scoreline. So the Turkish squad is not giving this up lightly. GODSENT still have to work on their economy. As you can see yourself, they are on a save. The T's didn't give them the time, and they didn't let too many CTs get to the next round, so of course a flawless round in this one. But the 2 kills were enough to force the CTs on a save. The Swedes went for a 5.7 and a CZ75, so quite some upgraded pistols in there. 2 Deagles on Twist and Schneider. but XANTARES is doing a good job of holding off that first aggressive move by POV. The CTs need to watch out to not get too predictable for the terrorists. In the past few rounds, we have seen POV play A main quite aggressively. We have seen quite a few pushes by POV into middle, for example, which he... Oh, that wasn't... that was a screenshot. It's an epic moment. I had to screenshot this. No, and you know, if the terrorists get to know the basic strategy or the basic trail of thought of the CTs, it's gonna be better or easier for them to use that and to take it into their own advantage. Pronox is coming in from behind again, so they will probably expect him to be aggressive in middle. You can see that XANTARES is already waiting for him. So this is the time when Ancient, aka GODSENT, have to switch it up a little bit. They have to do something different, otherwise SpaceSoldiers will simply wait out in top of middle. They can fake something over here. They can go through apartments, try and cut POV off with a few smokes over here. They can simply seal off the A bomb site, take care of POV, and as I said, Twist and company are changing it up. Pronox with the call to make it a 4-man stack on the A side, but they are playing it aggressively again. Oh, Engine has been spotted, but so did the CT's. Engine retreats into a safe corner, but oh my! Twist! He usually hits those shots. POV with the refrag, but he needs to watch out. Almost went down to the terrorist spray. Engine still alive on 9 HP. He gets smoked off, and POV stays there. He's gonna be supported by Pronox. Oh, they could be really cheeky and boost each other up there on the ledge. That would be awesome. But going for a boost while you are under pressure, really, really hard. Now Schneider gets taken out by XANTARES, who snuck his way into the A-bomb site from the side, and Pronox gets taken care of by Pass. Easy pickings by SpaceSoldiers. Lekro is still alive, and it's a 2v1. So the aggressive move with the trading actually kept GODSENT in the round. Now Pass is going for the plant, and Lekro has eyes on the AWP, but he can't pick it up. Oh, the Max 7 is the wrong weapon. Now he picked up the AWP, but he's gonna be sprayed down to 50 HP. He has to try and retreat. Oh, while he was running, he gets a frag onto XANTARES. Pass on 6 HP. This is definitely possible for Lekro in a 1v1 clash against Pass. Oh, and the Turkish player got himself into a different position. Lekro is not aware of his situation right now, but he does pick it up in the end. Great play by Lekro. Pass blew his load a little prematurely. Oh, but Lekro still defuses the bomb in time. Pass firing those shots when he was seeing the barrel of Lekro, but the CT didn't commit to run around that corner. He didn't commit to that either. He stayed put and got around that corner, and Pass was sitting out in the open. A good try by him, but GODSENT survived that situation by an inch. And now there's a huge gap in the smoke. Oh, Schneider now shows his position to the terrorists. The CT spy is not really strong with an MP9 and the FAMAS on Twist and Pronox. And SpaceSoldiers, of course, have 4 AKs and the AWP for Despy. Pass working on A apartments, make CTs believe that there is something coming in from there. The main push comes in from Connector, and Twist is the only one defending that effectively with an MP9. Great flash by Pronox from B short, allows Twist to pick up 1 and 2. Now he comes in himself and picks up a frag. Great play by GODSENT. Pass and XANTARES, the last man alive in SpaceSoldiers. XANTARES pulls it back to a 2v4, but the chances are willing away. The bomb is lost in middle, and the CTs have Lekro backstabbing the Ts already. Oh, he's gonna be caught with a grenade in his hand, and XANTARES with a straight headshot makes it only a man difference between the two teams. SpaceSoldiers reaching for the 6th round, but 3 CTs are trying to get their hands out of the way. Now Twist in middle. And that should be a sure round for the CTs. But they managed to pick up the bomb. Now Pronox is there. Oh, he lets the first one pass. Oh, Pass Xantares gets the first frag here. Pronux looked so patient, but the patience came back to bite him in the ass. Now it's Pov with a frag onto Xantares. And Paz is running out of time. He can stay up there and save his weapon, but he goes for the encounter. Gets another frag. It's a 1v1. Paz in another clutch with 2 seconds on the clock. Twist is not going down in time and not going down at all. The Swedes survive another scary clutch. But they live up to the expectations here. They pull it back, even though SpaceSoldiers have 5 rounds on the board already. And that's, as you know yourself, it's almost enough on the terrorist side already. Oh, but those clutches keep the CT's money low. And if SpaceSoldiers deal as much damage in this round as they did in the previous ones, they can force the CTs on a save as soon as they win 1 round. And the Turks are going in together. Xantares from main with the AK. Oh, there is the one shot onto Pov. Twist is waiting for his time to shine. He spotted Xantares' arm and ambushes him with the MP9. Good play by Twist to keep moving and not let the terrorists have the initiative in that fight. Gets another one with the AK he picked up. Now he's gonna be jumped by Engine, but no problem for Twist. Being warmed up by now. He's going for the fight against Despy and picks up 4 kills in the round. Important 4K for Twist to gain some self-confidence. He had some weird sprays in there in the first few rounds, but as I said, he's definitely warming up now. 16 kills on Xantares, 11 for Paz, who failed to clutch 2 1v1s. But the economy is still working in favor of the terrorists, as you can see. Ancient with only 300 and 600 bucks on Schneider and Pov. The Turkish squad is lining up another A execution. They have been quite successful. If they didn't plant the bomb, they at least did some damage. And Twist is running into the incinerator Molotov rather, from one flame to the other one, and he burns, turned to dust by the CTs. 3v4 now in favor of the blue skirts. Pov with another frag from his position. He has to reload and gets caught by Tugux. A 2v3 now. Tugux and Paz on the bomb plant. And Schneider takes his time. Catches the planter just before he gets away from the C4. And Paz has to defend in another clutch situation. He's spotted already. And they will push him together. Ancient make it 6-5. And finally have the first lead in this first map. Pov and Twist on 11 and 10. So it's a team effort by Ancient, while SpaceSoldiers are currently still carried by Paz and Xantares. Tiny little gap for Schneider. Just there to spot them. Now he knows there is some action coming his teammates' way. Electro is a support player. He's in a firefight already. Schneider picks up that frag onto Paz. Now an 8 comes riding in. Takes down Engine, reaches back from the grave, and Schneider's desperately jumping for those shots with the AWP. Not really the best weapon to go for those jump shots. Despy already came around the corner, tags Schneider down to low HP and finishes the job. A 2v3 in the CTs all around the positions. Pronux is coming in from behind. Tugux and Despy can't set up a crossfire with that position, and Tugux is alone in the bench. He has to fight his way out of there. He's gonna go the dirty way. Goes for the first duel. Pronux waiting for his teammate to show up. Now they tease him. Oh, he gets a second frag. Makes it a 1v1. The bomb is ticking still. The smoke pops for Pronux. Will the ex-Fnatic in-game leader go for the duel? He will. And he picks up the frag as well. The bomb is ticking quite fast already, but not a problem with the defuse kit. Oh, but another 1v1 clutch. 7-5 now in favor of the Swedes. But look at those rounds. Really close encounters. Sadly for SpaceSoldiers, they simply couldn't prevail in those situations. The CT's money is all over the place with 3 players on really low HP. No, low money. And 2 players on high money. They have to try and distribute that money a little better in the next rounds. But SpaceSoldiers is making it really hard for GODSENT to adjust themselves. Thanks to the bomb plant in the previous round, SpaceSoldiers are still able to buy up, and of course the loser bonus is already maxed. So it's an easy decision for the Turkish squad. Schneider peeking into main. Twist is now taking over Pov's position. And SpaceSoldiers are yet to really make a decision. They have 2 players at main and apartments. 3 other players are still waiting in middle, and that's what I said. They found out what the CT's plans are, and they are just waiting for the CTs to make their move. But suddenly, GODSENT pops up all over the place. They get the 2 frags they wanted to have, and now they fall back into more defensive positions, leaving SpaceSoldiers speechless and also in a 2-man disadvantage. XANTARES completely blind, starts spraying, but doesn't hit the shot. Tugux finishes the job, but it's a 2v4 nonetheless. Tugux and Engine come in. Oh, Engine already has control of jungle, and now they know where Pov usually hides out. They have the Molotov in place, but Pov moves out in time, gets a frag on the first one, and finishes another one as well. GODSENT in the lead, 8-5 now. Heading into the last 2 rounds of this half. SpaceSoldiers have to get themselves back again. They have to find some way to break the CET's momentum before we get into the second half. Otherwise, Pronax and company will be a little bit too strong, I believe. Another informational play by the CTs, and Pronax is really the active one in the CT's lineup. He's all over the place. Now, of course, he's more towards the B bomb side because he is supporting Lekro over there, but he's very versatile. Shown off his experience, his knowledge, and his skill. Twist, as I said, took over Pov's position. Now he's getting tagged through the smoke. Has to watch out. Gave away his position already, and now it's Pronax in the corner. He's not going to be able to help his teammates out. The smoke keeps him from pushing through there. Oh, XANTARES just has it in his guts. Goes for another spray onto Lekro. 5v1 now. Schneider is alone. Oh, he's missing that shot in middle as well. Now he's tagged down to low HP. Despy comes out from middle again to pick up the kill. And SpaceSoldiers close the gap again. 8-7 would be a very good halftime score for the Turkish squad. But Ancients still have enough money to purchase 2 rifles, 2 MP9s, and a Max 7 for Ligro. They have to go for some aggressive moves to find out where the terrorists are coming from. Otherwise, SpaceSoldiers will just pick them apart. And there is not really a good opportunity for the CTs to get refrags. Oh, Lekro just gets a frag before he gets put down by his pass. That was just in the nick of time. And SpaceSoldiers lose another player to Pronax. 2v3 now. Man advantage for the CTs. And they have spotted the terrorists as well. Twist is already on the heels of XANTARES. Going for the MP9 spray. And that long range won't really give him a chance against the AK. But it made SpaceSoldiers turn around and look for that frag. Nobody around inside the A site. GODSENT keep it together. They want to go for a retake with all their players. And Twist is sent out to find some information. He's looking for not only that weapon that he just picked up, but also if the terrorists are making their way to B. And as he spotted that they are not going to go to B, the bomb gets planted on A. So the CTs and a man advantage on the retake. They still have some equipment to toss. 2 nades. One has to put on, or has to be put on to Tugux. Oh, and XANTARES over peaks in main. He was a crucial position. Tugux is left alone. He lines up the first one. Goes in for the nade, but Pronax doesn't go down. Will defuse the bomb. Oh, he doesn't have a defuse kit though. It's gonna tick quite fast. But he pulls it off just in time. Pronax with the patience. 3 kills as well in the last round. Giving Ancients another, or GODSENT rather, another round on the board to make it 9-6. But what a clutch situation again. How many 1v1 situations did we have? This one was really close as well. Let's count together. Chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 1v1s. And there was no real, okay, I go for exit frags and suddenly pick up 3 frags in a row 1v1. It was a huge 1v1 clutch, as you can see. The bomb has been defused in that one. The time expired in that one. And that was really close as well. Paz was just being shut down by, I think it was Schneider in kitchen on the B bomb side, if you remember. And this one, the bomb got defused in this one as well. So really sick rounds. Now let's see what the Swedes can do on the terrorist side. If they win this pistol, SpaceSoldiers will be a little bit sad, I believe. Maybe not demotivated, the word that I wanted to say initially. But it's gonna be a real uphill struggle for them if they lose the pistol. GODSENT line up the B execution. Tugas is there. He picks up the first one. He just shot that horde of terrorists that came his way. Another one goes down to XANTARES. Oh, he turns around and wins the fight against Twister's Glock. Pronax and Lekro have to salvage this round. Lekro is left alone inside the site. He's in the corner, but he can't defend himself long enough as Pronax rushes to his help. He arrives just a little bit too late. And the CTs have him pinned down. The round will go to SpaceSoldiers if they don't mess up completely. 2 frags for Tuguks, and XANTARES is there with 2 kills as well. Good performance by the Turkish squad so far. And I called it, I said 2-1. But if they win this first map, they could actually make it 2-0 in their own favor. I kinda expect SpaceSoldiers to win Cobblestone, their home map, for quite some time now. As we see the Deagle / P250 by the terrorists. Looking for some frags in A main and in middle. But it didn't pay off so far, so SpaceSoldiers with a man advantage, settling their positions as well. The usual 1 in window, 1 at short, 1 at connector, 1 in CT spawn. So they don't want to get too close to the terrorists. Rightfully so. The P250s are really dangerous in close quarters. And the CTs will adjust themselves to the info they received, and also, or in this round at least, mainly due to the info they didn't receive. So they haven't spotted anyone in the middle, and passes going forward. Oh, now he spots Pronax's arm. And that's the first or the second terrorist gone. Paz can focus himself on aim. As Pov gets to work onto XANTARES, he turns around and goes down. The aim punch is simply too much. If you get tagged once in the pistol, or without armor rather, it's so hard to get your crosshair settled on anyone. And Paz with the ace, in fact, picking up the anti-eco against the unarmored targets to close the gap to XANTARES. Showing himself quite well in this first map. Despi and Engine yet to step up with 6 and 7, but the same goes for Lekro and Schneider. And Schneider is one of those guys that you kind of expect to be good on Mirage, especially on the CT side. But as I already pointed out in the first half, the money wasn't looking too good for the CTs, so he didn't get to play his AWP too often. And when he did, he usually found himself under pressure quite early in the round. XANTARES burns the first and the second, so a double kill by XANTARES already. Didn't even have to use his rifle. And Despi is there picking up another frag with a P250. Schneider on his own in apartments. He gets shut down as well. So SpaceSoldiers will equalize the score to a 9-9. And they have won both pistol rounds. If there are any old school 1.6 viewers or players in here, you know how high the percentages were if you win both pistols and 1.6. That has changed, of course, in CSGO. But you give yourself a very good platform to win the whole game if you win both pistols. First rifle round ahead of us, with the terrorists going for some middle planks. And XANTARES blows up Schneider. His nades are on point today. 2 incendiary grenade frags in the last round here, and an HE grenade frag onto Schneider. Already disposing of the first Cirrus without losing a single point of HP. Quite important for the CTs, because the terrorists still have a few grenades, so if you tag somebody down and you know where he's playing or which position he usually takes, you can drag out that frag without actually having to go for a full peek. Pass going for some middle peeks. Now he knows that Pov is around. Falls back into defensive stance. Engine is supporting him from balcony, but Engine doesn't really peek into a apartment, so it's quite dangerous for Pass to go for an open play. Look at Pov being pushed into window already, trying to take control of jungle. The CTs have all sorts of trouble at the moment. Look at their positions. They're completely surrounded by the terrorists without even knowing. Twist with the first frag. Now Pass goes down to Twist. His second frag, his third. Oh no, it's actually Pronex robbing his teammate. No, Pronex got his frag at the same time. So it's Twist with a 3k round to make it go the way of Godsent in the first rifle. 10-9 now. The Swedes are back on track. SpaceSoldiers will have enough money. They have to drop... Oh, they didn't drop. Despy went for the scout. Quite hard for him to play at the moment. Didn't really get the chance to do as much work as he would have liked to. Oh, Duke is already being tagged down to 18 HP by Lekro. And Lekro follows it up. Cheeky peek from B. Good first frag for the terrorist. Now this time around it's a tease. Not losing a single point of HP. Godsent is still split up throughout the whole map. They're looking, or they're waiting for the terrorist move. The smoke will hold them off, of course. But Pronex is patiently waiting for a CT's move. They have to go for some information at one point in this round, and it seems like they try to do that from window. They haven't spotted anyone, and now Pronex calls in the artillery. Okay, guys. Middle is safe, let's push in there. And the CTs haven't seen them do that, but maybe they have heard them approach mid. The bomb is still on the B side, so the CTs have to watch out to not make a wrong call. There goes Despy with the frag onto Lekro, taking revenge for his fallen teammate Tugux with Tugux's happy birthday cannon. The Swedes are quickly going back towards A. Let's see. Twist finds no one on A. Now he found Engine. Oh, he still catches quite a lot of bullets. 6 HP remain for Twist. But he has seen nobody on A, so the CTs think, oh my god, Twist has breached our defenses. Let's quickly go for the rotation. And now it's Despy picking off Pov. It's a 3v3 again, going tit for tat. The terrorists try to send somebody in. It's Pronex taking control of Kitchen. He goes for the first, but gets traded by Xantares, and the time is running out as the bomb can't be planted thanks to Xantares' frag on Pronex. SpaceSoldiers make it 10-10, and Ancients, aka Godsent, were simply re-rotating one too many times. They had the bomb on B all the time. Then Twist got that frag on A. Onto Engine, who was not turned his direction. Pronex and company will still go for the forced buy, however. And while the previous round was just going back and forth and there was no real decision made by the terrorists, it was really hard for them to make a decision. But with the bomb stuck in B apartments, it should have been a go from, well, at least with, you know, you have to make your way into the side with 25 seconds at least. If you have 25, you barely have enough time to check all the corners. And if you lose the bomb in an unfortunate place, the round is over, basically. And that's exactly what happened to the Swedes. SpaceSoldiers are back again, but their money is still not looking too strong. So there's a good possibility of Godsent to turn it upside down again. Tugix goes down to Pov in a P250 fight. A 3v3 now. Schneider almost burns alive with 7 HP. Pass moves in to get the frag. 2v3 now. The bomb is planted. Despy and company already surrounding the terrorists, but Despy is caught on his own. But Pass is there to rack up 2 kills in the double spray down. 3 in total on the round. SpaceSoldiers will win the lead on the CT side. GODSENT losing those 2 rounds in succession with a force buy in the previous one, so they won't have too much money to work with. They will go for some upgraded pistols, but that's all they can afford for now. Tech 9, grenades and armor it will be. They actually go all in this round. Usually would expect somebody to buy a peak of 50, maybe somebody with a deagle and stuff like that. You would expect them to go for roughly 2.2k, but they go all in and they want to surprise the CTs. They want to keep the CTs money low. They are playing the enemy's, their opponent's economy at the moment. They focus on the money that the enemy has and not on their own money. And I think the CTs are quickly up to the challenge. There goes TwoGoods with the first and a second. How did he squeeze that frag out onto Lekro? The Incinerate is blocking off the terrorists. They can't move further into the bomb site and they leave, or they let their 3 players die. Twist and Pov on their own inside the site. The CTs are all over the place already. And TwoGoods will get himself a 4k inside the site, just lurking around the pillars like a tiger. Is waiting for his prey in jungle. Good positional play by TwoGoods to stay hidden with the smokes and to have the bomb site covered at the same time. 12-10 in favor of SpaceSoldiers. Pronex and company go for the save. They will be back on a bye in the next round. So they tried it and it wasn't that bad of an idea. They could have had rifles in this one, but they would have wasted a chance to make the CTs save if they had gotten more frags. That was the whole idea behind that force buy. Schneider gets boosted up into window. Despy already expected him. Gets that kill with ease. The bomb will not be planted yet. Engine has a few words to say against that. 3 kills for him. Pov left alone in connector, and Paz will cover him. 13-10 in favor of SpaceSoldiers. 17 frags on Pov and Twist. 13 for Pronex. And Schneider is catching up to his teammates. But it's not due to him getting outstandingly high amounts of frags. It's because his teammates don't get too many frags anymore. On the other side, we have Xantares and Paz feeling very good today. 27 and 23. Despy's a little late on B apartments. Has to give up his position even before he got there, basically. And the first frag in favor of the terrorists is giving GODSENT some space to work with. Engine is checking out A apartments, and that gives the CTs a rough idea what could happen. They can leave Engine over there and basically go for a retake play. They don't have to have anyone in that area anymore. The smokes will keep them off anyway, and as long as Engine stays alive, the CTs have a good chance of making that retake. There goes Engine on that frag onto Lekro, and Schneider goes down as well. Engine with the double kill in apartments. Now the terrorists know that he's there, but they can't do anything about it. They have to make that push. Paz is taking refuge in the stairs. Xantares with a frag in between, but Pov hoses down Paz. And now it's Engine's call. He has to have the right timing. Otherwise, his teammates can still lose this round. It's a 3v2. Xantares hides away in the corner, gets rid of Twist. Now that Pov is alone without the bomb, his chances are slipping away. There goes Xantares. 14-10 on Mirage, and I already said I expect GODSENT to win 2-1. But if SpaceSoldiers win this one, and well, Cobblestone, their home map is coming up, and you all know how strong SpaceSoldiers are on that map. I will quickly check that. I don't know what the issue is. I will bring up the chat for you. They didn't really call any issue, so... And that's kind of the cool thing on the ban, pick veto system. If you have one really weak map, like Luminosity does with Dust 2, they always ban Dust 2. like Na'Vi does or did with Nuke. Ancient banned cache, so I expect them to be uncomfortable on cache. If you have a very weak map, you have to ban that. So that allows your opponent to pick his strength. So you always have two really strong displays of teams, which you could argue says, well, sometimes we don't end up with close maps because one team is really strong on their home map, the other team is really strong on their home map, and then we have a third map that goes down the wire. So we have a 69-69 on each other team's favor, and then we end up with a 16-14 on the third map. Whereas if we had ban, 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 pick, pick, and then the last one being decided, you would probably end up with closer maps. But usually it lowers the skill that you see, or the strategies, you know? Because both teams go for the lesser evil, so they choose to ban their weaknesses. Both teams ban two of their weak spots, so they end up on two maps that they are okay-ish. And then it's just, bad against worse, so to speak. Of course, in a top-level scene, we always end up with great games. But in a Tier 2 team, you usually have a really strong map and 4 maps, or maybe even only 3 maps, that you are okay on. So you might not be as prepared as you could be on your home map. I hope that you could follow me, because this was quite long. In the past 3 months, SpaceSoldiers have a 7-0 record on Cobblestone, including wins against, well, Lemon Dogs 1 year ago. It's not the past 3 months, but winning against SK on Copenhagen Games. And a 60-7 against SK. So that's why I expect SpaceSoldiers to win this second map that's coming up. But let's see if GODSENT can prevail here on Mirage. They end up losing this force buy, or at least they should end up losing this force buy. But Twist is having something against it. Not quite enough though, 2 kills for him. They ran into the A bomb site and they were simply out refragged, so to speak, by SpaceSoldiers. Again, the Turkish squad with a good display. And we have the reconnect of the GoTV. So, match point situation. SpaceSoldiers only have to win one more round to make this a 1-0 scoreline on a best of 3. That's why I was slipping in the 3. Pronex and company with another force buy, having 3 AKs should be enough to get in and get some opening frags. But if they lose those AKs while trying to go for the opening frags, it could end up horrible for them. Ah, there goes Pronex onto Despy. Schneider knows that there is an AK behind that smoke. He picks it up, covered by the smoking window. And the CTs are pulling back into more defensive positions. Giving up middle control is quite dangerous for a CT team. With no eyes on that part of the map, they really have to have their teammates step up in their own positions. Despy already got kicked off by Twist, and now Paz is looking for some info in connector. He spots Pov, gets the frag as well. And the terrorists are down a man again. But they all picked up the AK, so they have 3 rifles to work with against the 4 on the CT side. Good frag by Paz in ladder room, actually, onto Schneider. And Lecro and Twist left alone. Twist is already inside the A-bomb site. He spots Xantares, but doesn't get the frag onto Engine, who came around at the same moment. Leaves Lecro with 33 seconds and 4 CTs to kill. That's not going to be easy for him at all, with 1 flash to blind them all. And the CTs have a 3-man stack over there. Engine just holding on to balcony. Xantares covers main, and there he goes. 16-10 in favor of SpaceSoldiers. The Turkish squad with almost a flawless display on the CT side, only losing the first rifle round to the terrorists. Not giving up easily for Space.